my mom came into the room and she's like, "Look at my phone," and then I couldn't see it, so I had to look at mine. I'm like, "Oh,
I can't bet against Tom Brady. I have the Bucks winning 31-27 and Tom Brady going to his 10th championship.
yeah." And I really think the Clippers' chance to win the championship was last year, and they were up 3-1 against the Denver Nuggets.
Chris Paul is one of the most underrated players of all time. He's been the best player wherever he goes, and that includes with the Rockets.
You said you can't bet against Tom Brady, and as a Cowboys fan and what I just did last weekend, I am not going to bet against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. I mean, that's all I can really say. There's two of the top 5 players in the league, and they are very, very good.
Hello, I'm Taylor Hearn, and you listen to The Outsiders' Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA Opinions of the Week on this early morning as we are recording before the NBA games start. And there wasn't time to switch because you had the Suns and Warriors playing at 9 p.m. last night, Austin, our time. So either late night, early morning. I'm an early morning person, so this is the vibe for me. And looking over these games, there are some really exciting matchups.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how both of these sides go. The West is, I think, a two-headed race at the moment, but there could be some surprises there. And then in the East, I think the East is completely wide open. I can almost see I won't say any of the top 6 seeds, but most of the top 6 seeds I think have a shot at making it to the finals. And if you get to the finals, anything can happen. So which side do you want to start with?
Let's go with the West because I'm
Okay.
the 2 seed. I might go first. The Thunder, of course, I have winning in 5 against the Suns. Doesn't really matter who it is. It's the Thunder. But now you have the Lakers, Rockets. You have LeBron James. There's Austin Reeves, I believe, still out. Same thing with Luka. Then Kevin Durant is doubtful, so it's going to be a fun matchup. But I believe the Rockets are the better equipped team. Lakers, to me, it's going to have to be a lot of LeBron if they're going to win this series. So I have the Rockets winning in 6. Then Nuggets, Timberwolves. This has become they faced off each other. They've played against each other before, and I feel like the Nuggets win this one because of Jokic. So I have the Nuggets winning in 7. Then the Spurs, while the Trailblazers are a very fun story. The Spurs have been amazing this year, so I have the Spurs winning in 5.
Okay, so we're basically the same, but we're not totally. So we both agree. Thunder, Suns, that is going to be a 5-game series and a win for the Thunder. I actually have the Lakers winning the series against the Rockets without Luka, without Austin Reeves. I have it going 7. I just have not been sold on the Rockets. I've watched a fair amount of Rockets games, and they rely so heavily on Kevin Durant to be healthy. He's played a ton of minutes this season. He averages 36.4 minutes per game. And recently he's been playing a ton of minutes as well. 39 in his last game against Minnesota in a loss. And they've had some disheartening losses recently. And I do think that kind of impacts my decision here. So I have the Lakers winning in 7 games, which would be a home game. I have the Nuggets beating the Timberwolves in 6 games. And I have the Spurs sweeping the Blazers.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's interesting. I understand the Lakers pick. When I saw Kevin Durant was injured, I'm like, ooh, this makes it tougher.
They rely so heavily on his minutes that I'm concerned that if he doesn't play, that it's going to be a bloodbath in those KD list minutes, even though Austin Reeves and Luka are out.
Yeah, and we can go to the next one. It doesn't really matter if the Lakers and Rockets win. Thunder. I have the Thunder beating the Rockets in the second round in 6 games. Then Nuggets versus Spurs. This would be fantastic. Like, this is something to where I'm kind of drooling over the fact of Wemby versus Jokic. And Nuggets have playoff experience, but to me, Wemby is a huge wild card depending on how well he plays in the playoffs. And I feel like he does play well. De'Aaron Fox as well. But so I have the Spurs winning in 6 against the Nuggets.
Okay, I'll start with I think the more set in stone series to me, which is the Nuggets and Spurs. Look, Jokic has had a lot of very, very, very good games against the Spurs in his career. Uh, he's averaging like 37 points in all of his matchups against Wemby, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I think the Spurs do win this game in 6, or the series in 6, and that's something that I Jokic is going to have an amazing performance for them to have a chance. I think that the Nuggets obviously have experience. They have a lot more experience than the Spurs. They've won a title recently, and a lot of players on on that team are on this team. Whether it's Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, a lot of those guys on that team that have championship level experience are on this team still. But the Spurs have some experience, whether that's Harrison Barnes. But this is really just Wemby's first go of things, and it's going to be extremely important for them to try to get out ahead. But the Nuggets have had ups and downs this season that I think have plagued them to the point where I don't think the Nuggets have much of a chance. I think so. I've been reading a lot, and I took a lot of time to do all these predictions. I think if the Lakers Rockets series goes 7, that Luka will return early in the Thunder series, whether that's game 1, game 2, early enough that the Lakers will have a chance. And we know what Luka can do against the Thunder. I have the Lakers winning in 7 versus the Thunder.
Ooh, okay. All right. Yeah, Luka's a wild card. And LeBron's still that type of player, but Luka's that guy where you have to give his team an edge or a chance to win. And ooh, that would be fun, man. Ooh. Wow. So the Thunder upset. So wow. You have the Lakers Spurs, and I have the Thunder Spurs in these Western Conference Finals predictions.
Yeah, and I'll go first. I don't think the Lakers match up well against the Spurs at all. I don't think the Thunder would either. The Spurs basically destroyed them in almost not destroyed them, but they dominated the season series between those two teams. And I think the Spurs are the team this year. And they win against the Lakers in 5. And my Western Conference MVP, the Magic Johnson Award, goes to Victor Wembanyama.
Wow. So I know you talked about the Spurs dominating the Thunder in the regular season, but to me, the playoff experience that the Thunder have compared to the Spurs gives them an edge. However, I wouldn't be shocked. So I think this is going to be a really tough series and a really fun series to watch. I have the Thunder winning in 7, and then it's the Magic Johnson MVP award.
Yeah.
I have that going to Chet Holmgren.
Wow. The player who has played the worst in the season series because of Wemby. That would be remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
I would be shocked. But, well, yeah. Okay. We can move over to the East now. I'll go first here. I have the Pistons beating the Magic in 7. I think that's going to be a lot closer series than many expect. I have the Cavs sweeping the Raptors. I don't think the Raptors have really slowed down towards the end of the season, and the Cavs, with Harden when fully healthy, have been dominant. I have the Hawks upsetting the Knicks in 6. The Hawks have been a different team this half of the season. And then I have the Celtics 76ers game series going 7, but I have the Celtics winning.
Okay. We're a little bit different on this, but I have the Pistons winning it, except in 6 games, different from you. Then I feel like the Raptors are competitive against the Cavaliers, so I have the Cavs going 7 and winning in 7 against the Raptors. Knicks beating the Hawks in 6 games, and then the Celtics and Sixers going 6 games and the Celtics winning. So we will have to see about that. Then my second round is Knicks versus Celtics, and I have the Knicks beating the Celtics in 7 games. Then I have the Cavaliers upsetting the Pistons in 6 games.
Okay. I have the Hawks losing to the Celtics in 6, so I have the Celtics moving on to the Eastern Conference Final. And I have the Cavs beating the Pistons in 5.
Okay. All right. So you have Cavs Celtics. Ooh, that's a fun one. And then I have Cavs Knicks.
Okay. I'll go first here. I have the Cavs winning in 7 and going to the first finals appearance in their history without LeBron James on the roster. My Eastern Conference Final MVP being James Harden.
Ooh, that would be a fun one. Except I have them losing in 7 to the Knicks. And I have the Eastern Conference Finals MVP going to Jalen Brunson.
Okay, so you have the matchup with the same colors, and I have Spurs Cavs, who met up in LeBron's first ever finals appearance in 2007, and obviously 2 of the finals appearances that were in Miami, but he only faced him with the Cavs once in 2007.
Okay, we got a fun one here. Who do you have winning?
I have the Spurs winning in 5, and Wemby being finals MVP.
Wow, that would be incredible. I have the Thunder winning their second straight championship, beating the Knicks in 6 games, and then Shea gets the MVP award.
Okay. I think this is going to be... Who is your Eastern Conference Final MVP? Brunson, right?
Eastern Conference Final is Jalen Brunson.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I think the playoffs are going to be extremely exciting on both sides. I think both of the 2 sides have parity between them, but then when it crosses over the interconference parity, I don't necessarily think it's still there. I think whoever wins I think either the Spurs or the Thunder will ultimately be champions.
I agree, and it's going to be fun to watch the Spurs games just to see how they play with Wemby and all that. So we will keep you updated throughout the playoffs, and we appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.